Ciao, ciao. We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Sir.
We're live.
Oh my goodness. It's so good. And to see you guys again, you know? I mean, even though you just talked in pre-pro about all the stuff that we can't talk about on the air because that's what people do. But I'm Ted Hicks. This is Late Night Parents. Ways to follow the show is latenightparents.com. We will go around the horn. To my right is Tony D. Tony D, what's going on?
Busy as ever. Got to get up like everybody else in the rest of the world, but I'm going to make time for this, man. Appreciate you as always. How's everybody doing?
Jojo, what's going on, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm here. I've been watching these fights and working and all that stuff, man, but glad to be here once again amongst you gentlemen here. Yes, sir.
Got it. BrianTX, what's going on, my bro?
Right.
I'm good. Just working a lot, losing my mind, and my adjectives are golden delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Adjectives, ladies and gentlemen. Adjectives.
Adjectives. I don't think we're talking about George Santos tonight.
Ooh.
I don't. You guys can talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You know,
that's your man. That's your man.
He's the congressman for the district next to mine. So he's District 3. I am in District 4. So I guess there's some guilt by association.
Probably.
Long Islanders, I don't know. It's they got hoodwinked,
bamboozled,
led astray,
run amok.
Well, I mean, Santos has a reputation of false statements and ideologies because when Tulsi Gabbard interviewed him, she pretty much like charbroiled his ass.
Politics with Brian, ladies and gentlemen, coming soon.
No, I mean, I was when she was subbing in for Sadie.
Hey, Sadie.
When she was subbing in for Tucker Carlson, she interviewed Santos, and she was grilling him, dude, big time.
She did a good job too at that.
Yeah. I mean, because he was pretty much like left no leg standing.
Yes, I agree with you, and
yeah.
Tulsi for that. If it's running for president or having a spot over there on Fox, where I know a lot of people would have a problem with, I like her in that role because she has a unique perspective that, if you notice, they don't really go at her.
They can't.
They don't want the smoke.
They don't want the smoke because she would shut them down.
And she touches all the bases.
You got an issue. You put her and ANC together, you got an issue.
And then
all the bases. Hey, I want to let everyone know tonight's episode is Until Your Feet Leave the Ground. That's a dedication more for JoJo as he talks more about his segment. But back to Tulsi.
Yes.
I mean, we're going to blink our eyes and we're going to be in election season. I mean, I guess it's already started.
Yeah, it's already started.
It's slowly starting, putting together.
Mike Patton, what's good, bro?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, sir.
Patton. As always, Mike doing a stellar job.
Killing it. We got to catch up to you, man. I'll never have your numbers. You are the
interviewing
man.
People, newsmakers, newsbreakers. Proud of you, bro.
Yes, indeed.
So Brian, how are you feeling? I mean, we I know we've been talking about doing something on the side specific, but how are you feeling about some of these early candidates coming out and, you know, barely turning 23 and, hey, I'm running.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like Nikki Haley is concerned, she just reminds me of that school teacher vibe. No, young man, do this, young man. And it's just kind of like, don't want to, I'm not invested.
Go ahead.
That the like what I was telling you before, like you want a strong woman, a strong leader, and that's what I was like saying. If you have like a Carrie Lake, because I think like with Nikki Haley, she just kind of, to me, I think she just stays on cruise control. You know, but I think I'm like, if now the mention of Carrie Lake like going for senator, okay, I'm cool with that for Arizona. Then she'll have to go up against Krista Sinema, which, you know, it is what it is. But I think like if you want a strong female leader, the only two options come to mind is Tulsi Gabbard and Carrie Lake, because they're strong, they can hold their own, and they don't need anybody to go to bat for them.
Okay.
If that's a fair assessment.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Nikki Haley now.
What about I mean, he's yet to declare Mr. Florida.
DeSantis, I'm all in. I mean, I can handle his crazy versus Trump crazy. and besides, I've said it numerous of times. I want a fresh face. I want a fresh, younger face.
Okay.
Like, I don't want anybody running for president over 60. No, I'm not in. No.
Let's discuss that for a second, if you don't mind. I understand where you're coming from, but I think whoever we have as president needs to have some international experience. Most of the ones in the 40s don't have enough of it, or at least to a level where I think we will be comfortable with. 10, 20 years dealing with people in other countries, I give you that. We got a lot of countries, and you got to be familiar with all of them, especially when you got to go to international conventions or these international gatherings where you got to deal with other people who are coming at you and they all got to deal with each other. I think they need to have some international experience to be president.
That's why I'll go with DeSantis, because DeSantis he served in the Navy.
One of the primary requirements for president is to not have military experience, supposed to be straight civilian. I agree with you, but that's
because how you supposed to handle foreign policy if you don't have military experience?
I kind of agree with you on that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And we talked about that about a year and a half ago.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
I agree with you, but I didn't realize. I mean, I knew it, but I'm against it. It helps to have some international. You're the president of the United States. Other countries are going to come to you for assistance. Other countries are going to come to you for guidance. Other countries will come to you to help. If you're not familiar with their customs, and I'm not saying you just know about it, I mean familiar with it. I got to give the current president or next president to be at least 50 years old. DeSantis is going to have some problems soon, just like every last one of them. I don't know who the hell we're going to vote in the office. I don't know who the hell we're going to want to be in office. You're going to have two decent incumbents, and I'm going to say two former presidents are about to run against each other, and the other candidates are about to be shot in the wind, because we've already changed the House of Representatives and we've changed Congress twice already since the Clinton administration, and we still ain't happy. I don't know what the hell we're going to do next. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell I don't know. Nobody can tell me who will be a decent candidate. Brian, you've been one of the few people who have said it. The Republicans, they don't want who's coming, but everybody else does. The Democrats, I don't know who the hell y'all gonna get. And I'm gonna tell you, this is somebody who has previously voted
solely put your faith in Kamala Harris.
Who, me?
No, I'm just saying. Do the people put their faith in Kamala Harris?
I don't even think Kamala will win if she was to run against Trump. I don't care how much smack she talks. The only person right now that will be a decent candidate against Trump who could run as a Democrat would either be Clinton, who can run because he was impeached, or God knows whoever the hell else. And I'm going to say it like that on purpose. But other than that, the number one candidate for Republican right now will be Trump. Biden can run again, but people lost faith in him.
Yeah.
Now,
so
you want to see anybody who regained any faith in Trump? Watch that last State of the Union, because everybody was impressed, even though they called out a bunch of stuff that they say he was lying. But they did the same thing when Trump ran for president. They said he was lying then. I don't know what the hell we're going to do. I don't know who to trust. All I want to know is who's going to be ready to take action when we go to war, who's going to fix this economy. Everything else is nonsense.
Yeah. I mean,
Let me ask a crazy question. Hold on. Let me ask a crazy question.
Yes.
You think the Democrats would be desperate enough to push Bernie Sanders?
No, I
No,
think he's done. I think he's done as a Democrat.
he's done.
Highly doubtful.
I think he's
I
done.
mean, he got kneecapped twice. He got kneecapped twice.
But you know what? His health
I know.
right now. His health ain't even the best right now.
Yeah, he got kneecapped twice and just didn't even fight. He didn't even fight. He was
Yeah.
like, okay.
And not to go off on a tangent, but him and Hillary were front runners and got dropped.
Yeah, bad.
They were front runners as Democrats and got dropped.
Yeah.
Hell, Andrew Yang was about to be a front runner and they pulled him out. I don't know what the hell the Democrats going to do.
I don't know what they
Don't call me. I ain't ready.
that dude.
Yeah, Andrew Yang is like independent. So
Yeah,
Nah,
he said forget it. Yeah.
He'll run Democrat. I think he's done. You can't even get Jesse Ventura back.
well, the only reason why you couldn't get Jesse Ventura is just the simple fact is like the health.
He's independent.
He's independent. Plus, like he's got health. He's taking care of his wife. He's taking care of his wife
and his daughter.
Yeah, they both have health issues, so
Yes.
that's more important to him than running.
And
for
I can
office.
respect that. I can respect.
So yeah, I mean, if Jesse Ventura would have ran back in 2020, he hands down got my vote.
Okay, let's go ahead and kick a little bit more. Kanye and The Rock were supposed to run.
I was going to mention The Rock, but I said let me hold my tongue.
I go with The Rock. I go with The Rock, but he probably going to Democrat though.
He would run Democrat.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say they're going to look for somebody famous enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, after the way Tulsi Gabbard is treated, I'm never voting Democrat ever again. After how Tulsi Gabbard was treated, no.
Yeah.
No more. No Democrat. I am not voting Democrat ever again.
I don't like how Andrew Yang was treated.
Yeah.
True. Him too.
That hurt too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was looking to do some big things, man.
He was about to do the one main thing everybody wanted to hear. He was a shoo-in.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, because he did his homework. He was on the ground getting all these reports. That's why when he was on the debate stage,
he was ready for whatever. But they wasn't going to prove his agenda. All right, I'm on a tangent. My apologies.
No. And while you guys are going, I was sharing the Facebook streams because I don't know, it didn't share.
Oops.
Just to segue real quickly to what's your guys' thoughts on the whole Don Lemon and Nikki Haley and being in a crime and red pill and this and that? Is just
okay. I think he meant well, but I think he said it in the wrong text, in the wrong context, because I think what he's implying is just people under the age of 60, or I mean, he pretty much like if you're gonna run, he wants like a fresh face. But I think like as far as women in their prime, the 30s, 20s, 30s, or 40s, that's more like in the dating realm of being in their prime. But as far as like career and all that, it should have been, I guess he should have worded it properly, just for saying under 60, like that at least that's what I interpreted it as. But I think he just misspoke.
Did he misspeak, or was he just trying to be kind of flip with not being in the prime? Like, I don't think he meant it in the context that it was received.
Yeah,
right.
But I think he got caught up in his own, I don't know, wordsmith. Right. But I think, all right, where am I? Hang on one second.
Yeah.
So is that out?
I listened to the 5 steps that he gave. I didn't necessarily have a problem with it, but I know what everybody took offense to.
I mean, yeah, because he
didn't lie. He didn't lie.
He didn't lie.
But wait, hold on, because before we say he didn't lie, you got that red pill spilling everywhere,
right?
And you've got whomever saying that people aren't in their prime, and whether it's men or women or whoever, there's not I think some of it was taken from that aspect, and I think he he got himself jammed up on live TV.
Yeah.
Number
I
one,
think so.
what he said pissed off people who couldn't make those moves. Number two, they didn't want his ass on daytime no way.
And then
They didn't
number
want
three,
to-
and
You
number
had no reason to get rid of him on daytime. Y'all need to stop this crap. And I'm not
Well, they-
talking. I'm talking to everybody out there.
well, then on top of that, though, they said like how the female staffers, like even his co-hosts, like pretty much complained because how he went off because he's been solo on primetime for so long, and now that he's got to share a desk, and it's pissing him off because even though he said it was a promotion, but we all know it was a demotion.
Yeah.
Because it would look wrong on CNN that he's black, he's gay, and you
Yeah.
want to fire him, that then cause up a stir.
But
Yeah.
isn't it more about him having his bully pulpit where he can just sit up there and talk whatever he wanted to talk for 2 hours every night, and then just have contributors come in and come and go, and he kind of just flow from one story to the next?
Yeah.
He flowed evenly with his stories, but he was trying to bring nighttime television to daytime. It's a little too early for that. Even though Don's kind of stoic in a lot of people's eyes, they really didn't have a reason to fire him on a daytime show because what else is going on except for the headlines?
Yeah.
You want your main anchor to be on in a primetime slot, which would be the mornings.
Right.
A lot of people, that time that he was on was a late night slot. We don't really do late night TV no more. Not like we did in the 80s and 90s. At least I'm not.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I wasn't mad at him.
So, Tone,
Yes.
I've prided myself. We do call ourselves late night parents,
Yes, we do.
and we've been doing late night TV.
We once a
We've been
week.
doing
He's every
late
day.
night
He's
TV.
5 times a week. We got to get to his level. We got to get to his
You
level.
know,
Yeah.
we
And
do
then
it
we're gonna
once a
bring him.
week.
Then we're gonna bring
We
him.
try to do it
Don,
once a week.
come holler at us, bro. We're gonna carry the conversation. We'll say it
You
too.
know, I
I'm
mean,
free this weekend, man. Get at your boy.
you know, it's he got himself spun up. You know, like I said, when people they get themselves so spun up that, and you're trying to wiggle out and there's no wiggle room,
Yes.
No.
and you're just like, ah.
Yeah.
And
I
at some
hate to
point,
say
you
this
just say,
too.
stop talking.
I
Yeah.
hate to say that he screwed himself, but he put an agenda out there, and I think he took a shot at it when he did it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah,
I think he took a
That's
shot.
fair. That's fair.
All right. I don't want to.
They said we call ourselves late night parents.
You
I hope at
know,
some point he recovers. Yeah.
but they didn't get rid of him. I thought there was so much push on social media to
Fire him.
ixnay, cut the cord on him, and they didn't.
They're not.
They're not.
I agree with you.
Who are they gonna get to replace him there?
They're not.
That's of interest.
Nobody.
There's no one
They're not
else.
going to change. They're not going to change Wolf Blitz's slot. Wolf got a prime
Nope.
slot. Wolf is the man right now.
Yeah.
He's been the man.
Yeah,
He's been
Wolf,
the man for them.
and Don was pretty much number 2 to him. No disrespect to Don.
No.
Wolf had that shit down. Even Anderson Cooper had his shit down.
Yeah.
That put him number 3. Put him on daytime. What y'all? What are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly. Put that hashtag. What are we doing here? You had
Oh,
good
my
guys and
goodness.
you just shifted them all around, and it's like,
That damn
Yeah,
Jada
Wolf,
Kiss,
man.
that damn Jada Kiss boy.
Listen, I just want
Yeah.
to talk about this for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Just five minutes.
sure.
Karl Malone at All-Star Weekend.
Let me turn my camera off. I ain't doing this.
Karl Malone being put on a pedestal all weekend long at NBA All-Star Weekend, and everyone knows all the stories behind the scenes and him at 20 years old getting a 13-year-old pregnant. I mean, come on. What are they doing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I need the whole story. The reason why I will say the whole story, for those of you that don't know the rumor about Sean Kemp, you might
The
want to
same
think about
thing.
that.
The same
I don't know if
thing.
it's the same thing, but we got to get the benefit of the doubt on that. I don't think
Yeah.
nobody in college, and I went to college, Ain't nobody in college trying to lose whatever they got going to college, whether it's a scholarship, a loan, or your parents paying.
Yeah.
Do something that damn stupid.
Are you talking about Sean Kemp or are you talking about Karl Malone?
I don't think Karl Malone is going to do something that's stupid. The Sean Kemp story was he was set up. Do you know the Sean Kemp story?
I do not.
There was a rumor about Sean Kemp in the 80s, 90s. Got with this one chick. They did the hookup. She saved it and gave it to her friends.
Oh, come on.
See what I'm saying now?
Come on.
That's crazy.
You ain't never heard that story?
Nah.
I've never heard of that story.
Mike, you ever heard that
You're
story?
the first person bringing this up, and I'm about to deep dive.
Bro, I heard that 30 years ago.
I'm about to
Matter
deep
of fact,
dive.
I talked about it 2 years ago with Brother Shannon, and Star Child knew about it.
Shit.
Got with a chick. She saved the gate to a homegirls. He had 9 kids out there. He never slept with her. How you gonna pass the DNA test? You never heard that story?
Okay.
I don't think Karl Malone was that reckless or that crazy. And I've noticed they've gone to him because of his personality. They was doing it at the end of his career in the NBA too. This is too random to come out 20 years later.
So it's like a personal attack.
I think there was an attack.
You talking about Kemp or we talking about Malone?
Malone, I don't think is this reckless. Somebody will have to prove me wrong. I will look like I'm nuts right now.
You've been talking about it for years.
20, you ain't messing with no 13-year-old. Who is that stupid?
They've been talking about this for decades.
I just heard about this for the first time this week.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. I've heard.
Yeah,
I never knew.
Beat over the head with the Karl Malone story for years. Yeah,
for years, and it was like, what?
You 20 and you messing with a 13-year-old?
And folks,
this is where I'm biased at. When I went to high school, once people was hitting 18, when we graduated, first of all, when you were senior, you're going to graduate. You don't mess up graduation. Then when you turn 18, you're not trying to get arrested for messing around with no minors because we was trying to pay attention to the law and not go to jail. That was me and us. That was my folks. So anybody who does something that reckless or that stupid, I'm actually like, nah, you can't be this dumb. So I'll be naive. Carl, if you this stupid, that's on you, bro. And then if they knew about it, they still gave you an NBA contract and held you down for 20 years and put you in the all-star team? The top 50 NBA of all time?
Top 50, top 75.
Top 50.
And had him on a pedestal all weekend long. And people were like, what am I watching on my TV?
Yeah.
You know?
Trust me, as far as Arkansas, we'll take Scottie Pippen over Karl Malone if this is true and he's that dumb. You might take Jerry Jones over this shit.
Oh man, Scottie Pippen, golly, his ex-wife, Jesus.
Come on, we can't. Let's not bring that up, please. Let's not bring that up.
Come on,
I don't want to talk about it. That's horrible.
I mean, it's embarrassing.
That's horrible.
It's rough and it's raw. I would really hate to think Carl's that reckless. I really would. And if it's true, damn, bro.
It's embarrassing,
bro. I chase older women on purpose, so I ain't got to face this shit. I said it like that on purpose.
Damn. Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Hey, I don't know if you guys watched any of the festivities this weekend with the All-Star game.
No.
I heard it was pretty I mean, we know the game is not entertaining anymore. It's a pickup.
No.
I didn't really I did watch, I caught the latter part of the slam dunk. I did
Shout
watch
out to Matt McClung. Shout out to Matt McClung.
That boy showed up.
You guys are not gonna believe me when I tell you I hadn't heard of Matt McClung, and my son put me on to him earlier that day. He was like, Dad, he pulled it right up on YouTube and was like, this is the guy, this guy right here. And they were, the video showed him, he was dunking and everything else like that. But it also showed him having similar moves to like Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, huh? I was like, yo, he literally cloned, Kyrie's moves. And I was just like, I said, oh, okay, this is interesting. So then when he came on that night, I was like, oh, and my son was like, Dad, I put you onto this. And I was just like, it just burned me to say that he actually put me onto something.
Word. That's when you know, man.
It just burned me, and I just looked at him. I was just like, okay, you get this one.
Yeah.
But,
I saw the highlights. Never heard of him. Apparently, he was on a very temporary contract. He literally had just got there.
He just got there.
He came in and won the slam dunk competition. Big ups to him. I know slam dunk contest been kind of awkward. I think the last great one might have been 2016, 2017 with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas. I was in the hotel room jumping around. I thought they were going to kick me out because
I don't even know who
Zach
they
and Aaron
are.
were on the show.
Yeah, Zach LaVine wilded out that year.
Yeah, him and Aaron Gordon was show. So
yep.
we needed something to get over Dwight Howard with the Superman cape jumping over cars. You know what I'm saying?
This is Late Night Parents. So, Joe, tell us what's happening this weekend in combat sports. There's a freak show happening, and I was going to text you guys earlier and say freak show when I was referencing two of those opponents that are fighting this Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then I said, no, I pulled it out. And I said, because I didn't want y'all to think there's Ted being super negative as usual.
Nah. Yeah, they actually put that out on a Sunday, man. That's nuts, bro.
A Sunday at 2:00.
Yep, Sunday at 2:00, man. The greatest boxer in our generation is going up in Saudi Arabia to box Tyson Fury, man. That boy Jake Paul, man. I mean Tommy Fury. Yeah. Tommy Fury. Yeah, that boy Jake Paul. Yeah, he picked that. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm not serious, man. But yeah, Jake Paul's boxing Tommy Fury. I said the greatest boxer of our generation. Look at Tony's face. But yeah, man, Jake Paul, the undefeated Jake Paul is boxing Tommy Fury, man. They boxing in Saudi Arabia. It's officially being made. Just a quick 2 minutes on it, pretty much. I ain't wasting a lot of time on it. Card looks to be all right. Good little up and comers here and there. So
you do
pretty
agree
much,
with me.
Yeah, there's a couple guys here and there. The only thing that really brings attention to this card pretty much is the cruiserweight title fight. Before Alunga Makabu, homeboy that was supposed to fight Canelo, had Canelo won
against Bivol?
The fight with Bivol? Yeah. Had he beat Bivol, he would have fought this guy. But, things happen. So Makabu's been floating around. He's going to be facing Badu Jack, man. Homie Badu. Yes, sir. Badu Jack. Mister, I've had many titles throughout my career. I fought on Triller. I'm still active as hell. That man don't falter, man. He don't falter regardless of what. I've always liked Badu because Badu's been a strategic type fighter, man. Brings a little bit of those was it Bernard Hopkins vibes a little bit from time to time, even though he's an international fighter. He does bring those vibes, man. He's had some fights. He's fought Ward. He's fought who's he fought? He fought Adonis Stevenson, was it? He fought a couple other guys throughout his career.
Adonis Creed?
No, Adonis Stevenson.
Oh, okay.
You remember Stevenson? Stevenson don't fight no more, but yeah, man. Other than that, on this card, they got a YouTuber.
Adonis Creed.
Let JoJo finish, please.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to just keep it up because this man said Adonis Creed. I feel to watch that movie though, for sure though. Sidebar. Props to Michael B. Jordan for being able to direct this film this time around, man.
Yes.
That's a big step up. Sylvester Stallone backed off and said, this is his story. I'm going to let him do his thing. My chapter was done in the last movie, and we closed out. So,
but wait, Joe, I got to stop you. They killed Rocky.
I saw that story too.
I haven't seen any of those yet. Any of the Creeds?
What? No. I'm just subjectively, because Rocky's not in this version in part 3.
Yeah, well, he said that he's closing it off. That was it. So he put a definitive end to his chapter because
He rides off
after
into
the
the
whole
sunset.
fact, after the fact that him and his son they reconciled their differences in Creed 2. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have that relationship with his son, and Adonis was trying to try to reunite with his dad and put away those harsh feelings after he beat Drago's son and all that stuff. Yeah. So they kind of wrapped it up there, and then Sylvester said, "Yo, we're done here." But I know there was some little sidebar stuff that happened there too. So yeah, pretty much that just led to Sylvester saying, "Hey, you know what? We just called it this. I'm out of here. Michael B. Jordan directs. That's his own story. All right." But yeah, man, Jake Paul, the greatest pugilist of our generation, man, fighting Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia. Let's go. But on a serious note, man, we also got Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, you know that guy.
Again?
B-rank champion. You know him. He didn't do nothing great for boxing.
Again?
It's not like he's undefeated or anything. It's not like he has all the wins against a list of who's who in in multiple divisions, and he's beating up guys left and right. He had that epic battle with Zab Judah. You know what I mean? Miguel Cotto, De La Hoya. He didn't beat none of those guys. You know what I mean? That's BC rank boxer, man. Well, Floyd Mayweather.
I mean, I'd be undefeated too. I'd be undefeated too if I was paying my opponents under the table.
Everybody keeps saying that, man.
Yes,
fighters,
I
man.
said it. Yes, I said it. You do not go undefeated that long. I mean, they were like Muhammad Ali, great. Mike Tyson, great. Buster Douglas, Sugar Ray Leonard, Holyfield. All those guys had losses, but they were still great. Ain't nobody. You cannot tell me, hey, man, here you go. Here's $20 million, 4th round.
Hey, man.
Enjoy your honeymoon. Hey, man, here you go.
Man.
5th round.
Man, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, man.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I'd be undefeated too if I was paying my opponents under the table. Why do you think they call
Andre
him
Ward were
Mayweather?
undefeated. Andre Ward were undefeated. He paid his opponents. Andre Ward were undefeated. He paid his opponents.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Get out of here, man. Pack him up in a lunch. Pack him up in a lunchbox. Send him out of here, man.
Yeah. I'd be undefeated too if I paid my opponents under the table.
Well, listen. Floyd Mayweather is fighting Aaron Chalmers. For people who don't know, Aaron Chalmers was a dude on if I remember correctly, I think he was on like the UK Survivor or something like that.
I know that.
But I know he was fighting. Is it the UK Survivor? But yeah,
another thing, he almost had his first loss against Pacquiao, and Pacquiao was fighting him with one arm.
Yeah. I wish they would have ran it back, but no. That's my fault. Okay. I said, okay, it's Gordy Shore. There you go.
Come at me, bro.
But Chalmers fought 5-2. He was in Bellator. He fought in Bellator for quite a bit. Fought in Bama too. But he's fighting Floyd. Exhibition bout. That's gonna be in the UK. There you go. My fault. But yeah, man, this is pretty much a celebrity type boxing card. If you want to watch it on Saturday, you could watch it. Waste your time if you want to, man. What we talking about here for real? Man? Natalie Nunn is fighting Tommy Lee. For people who don't know, these are two TV celebrities. Natalie Nunn comes from the Bad Girls Club. She was the girl who caught a hissy fit because she was messing with Wiz Khalifa before Wiz blew up. And then when Wiz blew up, he didn't want nothing to do with her. And she's been doing the same baddie show for like all these years. And now she has a kid and she's still doing Baddie South. And Krayshawn was going to rock her shit, but she didn't want it. But she didn't. She wasn't ready for it. She didn't want to deal with that. But yeah, Natalie Nunn, a.k.a. Moonface. Yeah. She's fighting Tommy Lee, who was on Love and Hip Hop. If I remember, I think it's Love and Hip Hop and Atlanta. Is that Atlanta? I think so. But yeah, she got multiple charges. She's out here. She's a rapper too. She looked good though. Let them enjoy that. The only fight that probably be interesting is Ulysses Diaz, Yuli Diaz, who came from bare knuckle fighting. He was also a mixed martial artist, but he's the dude that was laying out a bunch of fools in BKFC. He's fighting this dude by the name of Kalas Karim. Diaz is actually 14-1. Karim is doing his pro debut here, so more likely he probably gets smoked. There's also this fight named Jehan Ingram versus Meeks Castillo, and Antonio Zepeda versus Christopher Lovejoy. Lovejoy is 20-1. Zepeda 6-0. They got Kevin Johnson versus Mac Hales. Hales got a 6-2 record at MMA. Johnson is 12-3 in boxing. So yeah, this joint is on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. The main event probably at 5. Yeah, I'm tired of talking about that shit. So my fault for cursing. I'm sorry. I like to keep it a little tidy on Ted's joint, but man, that's ridiculous. They got BKFC. BKFC is on Friday too. Longtime MMA standout Alan Belcher will be fighting Arnold Adams, my fault, for the heavyweight title. Really good fight. 2 big heavy hitters. Belcher just showed up. I think he's had 2 fights so far. I think it's like 1 or 2 fights so far, but smoked the competition. Used to fight at middleweight in UFC. Moved up to light heavyweight in the UFC. Now he's walking around at 230-something pounds. Just stacked, bro. Adams is a long, rangy fighter. He's been smoking some fools in the BKFC. He had the title. He lost the title. He regained the title. That's all you need to know. Bobby Taylor's fighting James Lively on the main card as well. Dennis Labruzza versus Stefan Reese. The co-main event's fire. Cody Shee versus Tyler Stamus is another good fight that's going to happen on the card as well. Prelims, if you're trying to catch prelims, they're free. The prelims are going to start. Let me get that right for you. Yeah, 8 o'clock? Yeah, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, the prelims will start. I think it's either 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern. So that'll be around 4 or 5 Pacific. Yeah. That's happening. If you see the map behind me here, this is one. One is on Friday as well. Lineker versus Andrade, man. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick because I love y'all a lot. Hold on a second. I got y'all. Yeah, let's check it out, man. John Lineker, yes, is fighting Fabricio de Andrade. Fabricio de Andrade is 8-2. They're fighting at 135. If you go look this up at Topology, it says 145. And that's because one has this crazy rule where they do a hydration test. So you kind of get a 10-pound leverage, 10-pound advantage. This way you don't miss the weight, actually. It'll be 135 normally, but since they do the hydration thing, they say 145. So you get a 10-pound allowance. Folks still miss weight over there, though, even though it makes no sense. Anyway, John Lineker fought Fabricio de Andrade, right? Because I don't want to drag this out. And they had the fight. The first fight was a little while ago, some months ago. A fight was going on pretty well. What happened, though, was that this dude took, if I remember, I think it was a kick or a knee, and blasted the cup to smithereens on John Lineker. No. Lineker's the cup that protects your twig and berries, your manhood, split. Obliterated. The twig and berries. The master stick, all that, it got obliterated. The cup got obliterated. You know how bad of a shot it has to be for your cup to be obliterated?
That's a fact.
That was, yeah. And so, they had to stop it. Lineker was in so much pain, they stopped the fight. So this is the rematch for the bantamweight title that Lineker has after Lineker smoked. Oh my God. What's the guy? What's my dude? Fernandez. There you go. They got a kickboxing bout. That's gonna be the 145 Muay Thai bout. Taiwan Chai PK Sain Chai versus Jamal Yusupov, my fault, out of Russia. That's gonna be a really good fight. My homie Martin Gwynn, he's gonna be fighting 145 against Razabali Saidulayev, who was undefeated at 6-0. Martin Gwynn was a former two-division champ. He was the lightweight champ and the featherweight champ at one point. Unfortunately, he had lost his title. But you got Sandpitch Fairtex versus Chen Long Zhang. And 3 other fights on here, including 2 grappling bouts. One, Daniel Kelly, who comes from New Jersey. Yo, IBJJ, ADCCs, the EBIs, all those grappling tournaments, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappling tournaments, Daniel Kelly's been in. She's been fire. She's won a couple of those things. Master at her craft, man. She's fighting Ayaka Mura. Ayaka Mura is a she's a judo practitioner. Really solid grappling skills. She fights in mixed martial arts as well. Record is not all that big, but she's been a pretty good standout for one. So that bout's gonna be fire. As well as Yuali Kurzev, who comes out of Russia, who's going to be facing the debuting Tommy Langaker. Langaker is a monster. Langaker comes out of Norway. The number of titles this man has is insane. This man has BJJ titles the way Michael Phelps may have gold medals. And that's insane. So, yo, if you want to see a good grappling bout, that's your good grappling bout there on one. But that's going to be Friday, 8 p.m. That's on Amazon Prime. Check that out, man. So
hey, can I stop you for a second? I just have 2
sure.
questions. First one is, I noticed some 1FC bouts are in the AM. Is there a live version and a recorded version that they air on Prime?
Glad you asked that, Ted. The past couple of weeks, we've been getting these events that have been showing up. They don't even get a card really. You gotta find those things because some of the websites do not post them. One kind of does, but they don't do it like exactly on time. You probably get it like a day in advance or so. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they do the one Friday fights. Those are at around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Eastern, 5 Pacific. But yeah, man, they're a bunch pretty much mixed martial arts and kickboxing fights. They don't take place in a cage. They take place in a ring. Yeah, so you can catch those. Some of them have some notable names in one, but most of them are just the guys that are just showing up to fight. So pretty good cards, man. Sometimes you get some really good action out of them. They're good if you want to learn about the organization, though.
Right.
But thanks for bringing that up, Ted.
Right. And secondary question for you, which involves BKFC. What in the world happened with Greg Hardy last week?
Greg Hardy's situation. Oh, boy, Greg Hardy's situation. So let's put this here real quick. So, yeah, these are the 2 guys that are fighting. Arnold Allen Adams and Alan Belcher. Well, Greg Hardy trying to make his debut. Felder went and called up. One of the guys fell out, so Greg Hardy was coming in here. Greg Hardy had a boxing fight on the Misfits card, if I remember correctly. He fought Hasim Rahman Jr. He beat Hasim Rahman Jr. Thought he was going to get in here, fight this guy, and he was going to smoke him. He learned difficult. He learned the difficulty is not always set on easy or normal. And shit is real. Shit is real. Pardon my language, people. Mm-hmm. He learned things are real. And, you know, as that guy says on that nice little meme chart, you F around and you'll find out. And he found out harshly as he got knocked into the ropes, stumbled up, caught his breath. The second round came out, if I remember correctly. He tried to swing, and he got knocked out cold. Cold. Bare knuckle fighting is not boxing in a certain sense.
Right.
Because you have boxing, and boxing doesn't allow you to clinch the way bare knuckle does. And those gloves, without those gloves, those punches hit different. He learned. There you go. That's all I gotta tell you, Ted, and that's what he learned.
That's facts.
Yep.
That's facts.
Facts, man. So that's Belcher. That's Adams versus Belcher. Why am I so tongue tied about that? Okay, I also gave you the joint there. Okay, I'll just show this real quick for people who don't know. There's Jake Paul. There's Jake Paul, and there's Tommy Fury. The problem child, Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. That's the Sunday fight. Greatest pugilist of our generation. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, I'm lying. Leave me alone. But yo, we also have on the tenor. I know I have the Floyd poster, but I'm not gonna do the Floyd poster. But this one snuck up under the radar, man. Yeah, Bellator 291. Yaroslav Amosov fights Logan Storley. If I remember correctly, I think this is a rematch from a while. No, this is not a rematch. Actually, yes, this is a rematch. I was right. See, my memory be good. Yeah, Amosov Storley too. Amosov won the first fight by split decision. They're running it back. Yaroslav Amosov is a monster, 26-0. I don't know what to tell you about this guy other than Jesus Christ. He's out of the Ukraine. Super good sambo guy. He has good sambo. Trains with a national team over there in the Ukraine, beating up a list of who's who. He has a lot of finishes by decision. He has some finishes by submission, some finishes by KO TKO. He's been a menace since jumping into into Bellator. Really, really good guy. He handles pretty much everybody he's faced. But he's going up against Logan Storley, and Logan Storley's kind of had a somewhat, not really rocky, but he's been pretty good. His only loss came at the hands of Yaroslav Amosov. Big time wrestler out of South Dakota, actually. Trained in Minnesota. He was born in South Dakota. He was in Minnesota, went back to South Dakota, was wrestling for the colleges out there. Big time guy. Bellator always does a good job in picking up wrestlers, really good prospects wrestling wise, which I actually enjoy, and that's why I kind of watch Bellator a lot more nowadays. But yeah, Storley's been handling himself. He picked up the interim title after beating Michael Venom Page in what was a really boring and dull fight. Yes, I know. Page is a dynamic striker, but he didn't do nothing defensive-wise to defend the takedowns.
Nothing.
That man literally stood there, did not fight like his life depended on it, and really looked like a sitting duck for 5 rounds. The saddest thing I've seen since what happened last Saturday. If you watched the UFC Vegas 69 card and seen William Knight fight Marcin Prachnio. If you haven't, check me out on OK Live and Mr. B. That joint is there. It's the saddest fight I've seen in a long time. Probably the top 5 saddest fight I've ever seen in my life in mixed martial arts. This man did nothing for 15 minutes. Horrible. But yeah, man, this card is taking place in Dublin. As we mentioned, it's going to be for the title, unified titles. Pedro Carvalho, who trains out of Conor McGregor's camp, SBG Ireland, is fighting Jeremy Kennedy out of Canada. Peter Queally, who's loved by the Dublin fans, is fighting Bryce Logan. Sinead Kavanagh, who trains out of SBG as well, is fighting Janae Harden, who's 6-6 out of Australia. That's a foxy lady, Brian. We got this pretty much is always the showcase card for a lot of the people in Ireland, the SBG guys, because UFC had the SBG guys, then the SBG guys got cursed, and there's barely any SBG guys in the UFC no more. They got the Conor curse. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And they moved on to Bellator. So Bellator does a lot of these Dublin cards. The crowd goes out there. Conor kind of shows up in the crowds from time to time. Hey, I'm here. And so good fights. So hold up. I got you one more. We got one more to go to because we were going backwards, forwards, and side to side. Okay, there you go. So this is the UFC's card, right? We got Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Superman Spann. Not Brian Superman Spann. Ryan Superman Spann. Ryan Spann. But yeah, man, this is a really good fight, man. Number 7, Nikita Krylov versus number 12, Ryan Spann. For people who don't know, Ryan Spann knocked the former title challenger Dominic Reyes unconscious in his last fight. Smoked him. My bet won. Haha, Mike, if you manage to see this one day. Haha. You managed to see this? Yeah, because Mike picked Dominic Reyes, and I said, nah, Ryan Spann gonna smoke him. Ryan Spann caught him with a jab, and that man went to sleep. Craziest thing I've seen so far. But Nikita Krylov, man, who's 29-9, also representing the Ukraine. Ryan Spann is out of Texas. Well, he's out of the States, but he trains in Texas. And he trains at Fortis MMA. If people who don't know, Deron Williams, is it Darren Williams? Yeah, Darren Williams. Owns Fortis MMA. Yes. So that's his gym. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Man owns the MMA gym. That's nuts. But yeah, he's fighting. This guy is fighting Nikita Krylov, the minor, who's been on a really good. He's had an all right run so far. He's currently fighting 2-fight win streak. Beat Alexander Gustafsson and recently beat Volkan Ozdemir. So the climb is real, man. On the co-main, we got Andre Muniz, 23-4 versus Brendan Allen, who's 20-5. Our grappler's delight here. Brendan Allen has kind of been training a little bit mix up. He was training with Rufus Sport out in Milwaukee, but he's been setting up camp back in Louisiana. So he's kind of mixed up his game, getting his kickboxing better, but really good jiu-jitsu skills. Andre Muniz, 23-4, is a grappling monster. Jiu-jitsu black belt. This is I don't know if you ever heard of Jacare Souza, who's been a pretty good jiu-jitsu guy, and he was in Strikeforce. He came to the UFC. He was pretty solid. His jiu-jitsu. This is like the second coming. Even like Damian Maya, this is like the second coming. Andre Muniz's insane grappling chops this guy got. We also have a heavyweight fight on this card. Augusto Sakai versus Dontel Mays. Yeah, you can tell by my voice I'm disappointed in this fight. But it is what it is, man. It's ranked somewhat. The returning Tatiana Suarez, who's 8-0, is fighting Montana De La Rosa. She's moving up to flyweight. She was a big talk. She was actually in the Olympics, the Olympic trials, women's wrestling, actually. She had a really bad she had to pull out because she had cancer. She had cancer. She was going to actually compete, but she had cancer, so she had to pull out. Decided to do MMA. She was really good. I think it was like 2019. She started developing these injuries, so she's been out for quite a while, about 3 years or so, give or take. So this will be her return. She's going to be in flyweight. She's fighting Montana De La Rosa, who kind of needs a win. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, man. Mike Malott, Johan Linnes, two Canadians are going to fight. They're going to stand and bang for sure. Trevor Peak fights Eric Gonzalez. Trevor Peak, that's a wild dude. He follows me on Twitter. I'm actually happy for that. Gabriela Fernandez is fighting Jasmine Judasavicius. He only followed me because I talked nice about him. That's why. Jasmine Judasavicius is a chick that we're going to bet heavy on come tomorrow. Well, come later today on Cope's Corner. We're definitely going to talk about that. Jordan Levitt, who is kind of flamboyant. You know what I mean? He kind of be out here sometimes. He be out the spectrum sometimes. Yeah, he's fighting Victor Martinez. That'll be pretty fun. Ode Osborne, Charles Johnson, Joe Selecki, Carl Dean. And there's a couple other random fights on here. If you like some ladies, Aylin Perez comes back. She fights Haley Cohen. Yeah, man. And that's pretty much it for the weekend, yo.
All right. Thank you for a fully detailed report. And
what's up, Leslie?
Sponsored by Coach Corner.
Peaches.
Yes, sir.
I think I only have a couple more topics, but the one I want to really push out there. to Brian and to Tony is about the Prince of Darkness. That's one of Aaron Rodgers. His Darkness Retreat.
Jesus.
Okay.
If you had a spot, if both of you gentlemen are GMs for opposing teams, are you or are you not dealing with a player who's got to choose what he wants to do via a Darkness Retreat? Are you willing to trade draft picks and cover his $59 million a year contract
That's the problem right there. You said that.
to join your team?
Go, Brian.
Who wants to go first? Tony?
Go, Brian. Go, Brian.
No pressure. I mean, I think he's. I would not. I would not. I would just say, you won a Super Bowl, you got your accolades, call it a day.
If he needs the Darkness Retreat, that's where I'm kind of.
Wait, I'm not familiar with the whole story. But
okay.
The Darkness Retreat. Elaborate on that.
Okay, so he sat inside a 300 square foot room for 4 days in total darkness.
Okay.
So he can decide on what his next steps were going to be.
Oh, okay. I respect. Okay, so solitude. All right, got it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I mean, because for everybody who's contemplating on the next step, yeah, take some time, find a quiet place, and figure things out. But I think as far as like next move, whether he wants to, because I know he's pretty much done in Green Bay, but teams need a veteran quarterback. I honestly don't know. I mean, I'd probably would just stick to having a draft pick. I'd just say, hey, man, I'll let him be.
Tony, before you answer, super shout out to Sweet Pea Leslie is virtually entered the room. Much love to you,
indeed.
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Straight from Tennessee,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Tony?
indeed.
I'm going to pose that same question to you. He is a bad man. He is Aaron Rodgers.
He was a bad man.
You know what he does each and every year with the numbers that he puts up. 4-time NFL MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want him to be the quarterback of your New York Jets and you are the GM, are you willing to trade multiple draft picks, first-round draft picks, and pay the $59 million a year salary? I think there's 3 years left on the deal. There is a chance, Tony, that he can be one and done. And there goes your draft picks and everything else. And he's 40 years old.
Trade a few first-round draft picks and pay $60 million. The Jets can't do that. The Colts
they got 6 draft picks.
They got 6 draft picks. How many are first rounds?
I think just one. That's right now 14. The
Jets cannot afford to give up any draft picks. The Colts can't afford to have a quarterback of his age sitting there for the next few years. The Texans could have him as somebody coaching a new quarterback because they need one.
Mm-hmm.
The only team off the top of my head that can do what you're saying and risk it safely, 3 teams just hit my head.
Go ahead.
the Vikings, the Commanders, and the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys could do that. That is true.
Really?
Yeah, they got
The
it. They got it.
Commanders
They got it to
don't
do it.
need but one more. They need a superstar to take them beyond where they're at. The Vikings, nobody respects Kirk Cousins, even though he had a great season this season. That team did excellent. But Aaron Rodgers could come over there and put them deep in the playoffs. If he was to go to Dallas, they'll
Yeah,
be in the Super Bowl.
yeah. If you need that clutch QB, that's the thing.
If he was to go to Houston, we don't know if he will last 3 seasons down there.
Right.
And
Sure.
that,
I don't
that
really see
whole
him in the
franchise
Colts.
is in shambles. Me and Brian talked about that earlier this season.
But with D'Amico Ryans now at the helm, I have more confidence because a lot of the guys, old former teammates, they're like wanting to help out.
The Commanders, like I said, and I'll be honest,
I'm
the
okay.
Commanders they got a good squad. They just need a superstar. They got a good squad. The Jets can't risk any draft picks for the next 4 seasons because every time they draft somebody else damn leaves or somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Trust me, they need a quarterback, but you got Flacco already. We can't sleep on Flacco. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Jets. The Giants don't need it. The Eagles don't need it. Jaguars don't need it. Carolina hit my head, but Carolina's already rebuilding what they got, and I think they're going to build the flow soon. Indianapolis leads.
Chicago's good.
And they got to have a young quarterback, and they're in the rebuilding phase big time.
Yeah.
If you can't do it with
Arizona?
Matt Ryan, you got bigger issues than we realize.
What about Arizona?
Arizona's solid. Arizona is solid, and they're known for having
they need a quarterback in Denver too.
No, Russell Wilson's going to be there, isn't he? Russell Wilson's going to be there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah,
But...
he's going to be there for sure.
What Derek Carr's looking at the Jets?
Derek Carr's looking at Jets. I think
Derek Carr.
I'm okay with Derek Carr coming to Houston.
Derek Carr needs to go to Atlanta.
Derek Carr is 1-9 in cold weather.
Derek Carr needs to go to Atlanta.
What does he think he's going to be playing against in the AFC East?
Cold weather.
Yeah.
Cold weather.
So he's better off in Houston. He's better off in Houston because he has ties to Houston as well. Because when David was playing for Houston, he was going to school in Houston.
Right.
So it makes sense. Like, hey, technically, come back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me throw this out there. No, I can't do that. They ain't gonna do it.
Whoa.
Throw it up there. Throw it out.
Cincinnati hit my head for some reason, but I pulled it back.
Joe Burrow's solid. He's about to get paid.
On the bench, chilling.
Who? Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers. He won't do it, but trust me, he can deal with that cold weather.
Oh wait, we're talking Aaron Rodgers, or we're talking Derek Carr?
Wait. What about Pitt? What about Pitt?
I was just thinking that just hit me. They do need a quarterback. I think they're going to draft a quarterback. We're talking about teams that got quarterbacks. They're not going to draft one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I say it like that on purpose because Indianapolis needs a quarterback.
Yeah, they definitely.
Denver, Russell Wilson's going to be there. I don't know what the hell's going on. They could use a backup with him. I don't think him and Aaron Rodgers will sit there. Both of them are going to compete to start. That's a clash.
No. And that's too much money in that one position.
Denver got the money.
I'm talking about salary cap.
Denver got the money on that weed they selling. They got the money.
I'm talking about it's a hard cap, Tone. It's a hard cap. It's not like it's baseball when
Denver got the money and Russell Wilson got Sierra.
Nah, man, he want to play, man. He's coming back for Jesus, man. I'm telling you.
Bring back Tebow.
I think Arizona's fine, even though Kyler Murray gets hurt. They could use him, but I think Aaron Rodgers is going to want to start every game, and Kyler Murray is going to want to come back and play. Baltimore would be good for Aaron Rodgers, but Lamar Jackson.
What about Tennessee? What about the Titans?
I forgot about the Titans. The Titans would be good because
I think they're good with.
I don't even know if he'll.
They're good with Tannehill,
but Tannehill's not 100%.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Now we're talking 3 years. I'm talking the duration.
Mhm.
I'm talking the duration. I take Dallas back as I think about it right now because Dak's not going to give up the spot. Cooper Rush is up next, and Aaron Rodgers ain't going to sit back third. Where would he start? And
Good point.
I got to take Commanders.
Yeah.
I got to take the Commanders.
But you have Taylor Heineke though as the backup, and Taylor Heineke. Taylor
Heineke's
Heineke.
fine. That's his team. That's his team.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah, because
so who needs a quarterback that's going to sit? Who needs a veteran quarterback that can sit there for 3 years? I kind of want to take Tennessee. Tannehill's not going to be 100% with that ankle. Not next season, but the 2 seasons afterwards is where it's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But
So, can we say, okay, you know what? And you're right. What about the Raiders?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah, he's from California.
Yeah, but the Raiders are in Vegas.
Yeah, they're in Vegas. It's
but he'll like it. He'll be there.
Now, could he go to the 49ers? I thought about that.
No, but they're good. They're good with their the quarterback. What's his name?
They're good with Trey Lance, and Trey Lance ain't really started yet. But you're talking 3 seasons. Trey's coming in to take over,
and then Purdy, yeah,
Purdy,
yeah, Brock Purdy.
I think Rodgers should go home, and I think he will be fine there.
Where's home?
Those two over 3 seasons.
He's from California.
He's from Northern California. That's home for him.
Okay,
that's straight up home for him.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tennessee will be a good fix because Tannehill's probably done soon. Unfortunately, he's had a good run with the Titans. They're not going to get any farther than where they've been. And I hate to say this, I don't even think they can even rely on Derrick Henry that much no more.
They're not going to pay him because guess what?
He's
30 years old.
Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. When you hit 30, you're
a veteran quarterback in the next 3 seasons is the question. That's a very strong question.
We're not saying past his prime. Wink, wink to our earlier segment in the
the Patriots.
I mean, in the stream.
Don Lemon.
But he's 30. He's going to be 30.
The Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, I mean, yeah, because like in the sports world, once you hit 30, you are considered old. However, there have been guys that shut those haters down. Fred Taylor, for one. Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
Temporarily.
I mean, when he got injured with that knee injury that he had, they wrote him off. And what did he do? He came back. It was 2 yards shy of breaking the record.
You're right. You're right.
So
New Orleans.
Oh yeah, Alvin Kamara got charged.
Alvin
Kamara got charged.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, he got charged.
Him and 2 others, I believe.
Yeah, for that brawl in Vegas.
Yeah, that brawl in Vegas. They're gonna get them charges. Vegas gonna get their money. That's why I don't go up there and act up. That's why I'm not going nowhere with you, Brian. No.
What?
We are not going to Vegas. No.
No, why
Brian's
not?
Because you're gonna do something. You're gonna sit back and be like, so what? You're gonna keep forgetting you ain't in Texas no more. That's what I'm not
going.
What?
You gotta be flying, Brian.
What if all 4 of us go to Vegas, we'll have a good time.
I don't trust me in Vegas. I can't trust you either.
Brian,
Don't worry. We got JoJo to keep a supervision on us.
They just got Alvin Kamara a year later. I don't trust us in Vegas.
JoJo, do me a favor. Bring the holy water.
We're going to drink. We're going to talk junk. No, and they got cameras everywhere.
Then I'm gonna go missing. Like what the?
Right. I'm going out to eat. I'm going to drink. I'm going to gamble on the table. I'm going back to my room. I'm not messing around with y'all, man. Clark County, Nevada, don't be playing. Y'all got it. I ain't mean to keep going, Ted. What's your next question? I'm sorry.
No.
Holy water.
Take this.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we have Ted to be the negotiator. So if anything happens, Ted could be like,
exactly.
He's the spokesperson.
Ted's going to be home. We got to get him to go to Vegas with us in the first place. Don't do that.
Let's see. I don't want to talk about daylight savings time
Oh yeah, because
that's right
no
around
longer,
the corner.
that's
They've been
no
talking about
longer
that
a thing.
conversation for 20 years. We just got to see if it's going to
Wait,
happen.
when's that taking effect to where it's no longer a thing?
They haven't made it official
It's
yet.
not
They haven't made it
because
official
it's
yet.
stuck at the house.
Yeah, stuck at the house.
Oh,
Wow.
because everybody was all cheering about it, like, yay, no more daylight savings time. I'm going, what?
For real.
I thought it got approved.
Stuck
That's
house
crazy.
level.
Between a rock and a hard.
I guess the last thing I was going to ask you, and you guys might laugh because, let's see, not a good laugh, but you might laugh. Are you guys, I don't know if you heard about Facebook and Instagram the parent company, Meta, is going to roll out a paid subscription service. There's a certain level of greed. But what am I missing? What am I getting with a paid subscription service to Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook been talking about this for a decade.
And everyone was kind of scared to do this stuff until Elon showed up and, Twitter Blue and all this other stuff. And
Agreed, Leslie.
It is.
What are we doing?
The subscription lets you verify your account with the government ID. Are you serious? Some of y'all with government IDs don't need to put it up there for the smack you talk, including myself.
And then on top of that, like how Facebook is like knee deep with the government and everything. It's like, man, I don't want to be like spied upon no matter what. We're still, even though we're getting spied on now, but not as spied as like details.
Let me go ahead and do this.
Do
There's
it.
a big old issue with TikTok and the Chinese having our information. Google is having information. Who they've been selling it to, and y'all worried about TikTok and now they're gonna pay it. They jumped in on Facebook from the Patriot Act because everybody was talking smack on Facebook and didn't care. So this isn't even necessarily their fault. Y'all gonna have to pay for all this free stuff. Y'all been running free for a decade. Stop being cheap. Come clean as best as possible. And if you can't afford it, just don't do it. And this is another way of getting rid of bots.
Okay, it's another way of getting rid of bots, but if you've been giving up your information and your pictures and your thoughts and your tweets
and
for
locations,
why the heck would you want to pay for it?
Exactly.
Now?
I'm already with you. Now we got an app that's called Lobby.
Okay.
That app started charging people. A bunch of those people came over to Airtime telling us about it. That's why they left. They're not going to pay for something that's been free for a decade. I understand that. Now, I'm reading this and it said their shares went down, so they got to start making some of their money back. People aren't really on Facebook anymore. I've noticed that. They're barely on Instagram. Instagram's got a lot of fake accounts as much as Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch.
Probably
You're going to have to wind up paying for one of these sooner or later. And then a bunch of us also we're logged in on more than one device.
Okay.
So all of this is going to come into play from a business aspect. Yeah, a lot of them are on TikTok, Leslie. I agree. And everybody trying to get us off of TikTok.
TikTok is where they went.
Yeah, that's where they went. And also Clubhouse.
YouTube too.
YouTube as well. Yeah, a lot of people ain't really on YouTube because they ain't putting nothing up there. They may be logged on and got a subscription, but they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing it. They on TikTok. I agree with her. A lot of people on TikTok, Reddit, and Clubhouse.
Yep.
So everybody gonna go somewhere for free. They're not gonna pay for it. If y'all want, I hate to say it, you want to get rid of social media, charge people. They'll leave.
They'll leave.
Because Reddit's still free.
Yeah, a bunch of them are still free.
They'll go back to focusing on their families.
Y'all should follow us on Twitch. That's free too.
Actually, they'll go back to focusing on their families and real stuff that's actually happening, and look, that part of our lives that we used to live, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and plus also too, like the psychological damage. I mean, because like social media has like destroyed a lot of stuff, like a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages, because everybody's comparing and getting jealous and envious.
That's on the users. I don't even blame the platform.
And then, I know, but I mean, like just how it went from something so simple to just a Dear Diary and putting people on blast. And
the original purpose of half of these platforms has been destroyed. I 100% agree on that. That goes for Facebook. That goes for Twitter. That goes for Periscope. That goes for everything. The original purpose of all these platforms have been destroyed. And that's on us.
And now lately, like on social media, it's like people are just angry just to be angry. No matter like, oh, I don't like how his hair looks. I'm gonna put him on blast.
You know what that is? It's post-COVID.
I know. It's like they're just angry just to be angry, just so they feel like, I was a part of something.
Yeah. Is that really post-COVID, or is that just people?
It's still post-COVID right now. A lot of people still haven't recovered from. And I didn't mean to say that word. I know you was cautious about that.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
A lot of this is still post-COVID. Some people still haven't recovered. We got to remember, and I'm going to emphasize this a lot. I know it's redundant to people. Some people still haven't found jobs that they had before it started. They are still seeking outlets, and they are still rebuilding and recovering themselves because some people lost so much.
Well, yes.
This is real. This is very real. I wanted to throw this out there. It's late. I'm going to be in trouble. I don't know how much more time you got, but I did see an article that I did put on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it or not. Hold on. Because this is another issue that I think is a little bit of post-COVID as well that people tend to ignore, but I've had conversations about this a lot. Let me hold on.
Okay, I'm alive now. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, you good, bro.
I was stuck and I kept being stuck.
Joe, it could be the platform. You never know.
Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if it'll come up. Ted, see if you can pull this up.
All right.
Is anything coming up at all? No, it didn't come up. Shoot.
Just throw it
here
in
it is.
the chat.
It's up there now.
Throw the link in the chat.
No, it's up there now. Go ahead and pop it up if you can.
Oh,
just do
okay.
Present screen. I don't think people realize this. This is for real.
Okay. Hold on. The Americans in New Orleans warn, don't come alone to this murder capital.
Yeah.
This is for real.
That is real.
I heard about this last year.
Yeah, I was worried about my coworker
because I've been there more than once. Me and Brian talked about going here last year. Those of us who used to broadcast live stream together on Hassel, y'all know Lenny. Lenny was talking about this. I told Lenny it's not that bad. It's not that bad. This was last summer. August, after her and I had a conversation, I met somebody who went to New Orleans a couple of weeks prior. They were telling me how bad it was. I said, there's somebody on the internet who's telling me it's pretty bad down there. And I was down there a few years ago. He said, no, it's different now. And this is due to post-COVID. They are now standing on the street on Bourbon in groups of 5 with backpacks, walking up to you, tapping your pockets, about to rob your ass. Y'all be careful. Don't play down there.
Yeah, because a coworker of mine just came back, like him and a couple of one of the other coworker and a couple of their friends, like they were all together at for Mardi Gras, and I was just like, man, y'all be careful because it's crazy. Even like years ago when I first went, when it was like NBA All-Star Weekend and pre-Mardi Gras, that was nuts. I mean, I had like my brass knuckles in my left hand, and I had my pocket knife in my right hand just in case shit went down.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bourbon Street has gotten bad, and we just had Mardi Gras. As a matter of fact, Wednesday was just Ash Wednesday, so Mardi Gras is officially over. Right. But I heard it was getting bad in New Orleans. I was just down there in 2019. I was actually okay, and it was cool. But I would tell people, I'll tell all the ladies down there, don't go down there by yourselves.
Yeah.
I might have been down there in like 2017.
Yeah. And I love going down there. You're going to eat and drink your ass off. Not saying like that on purpose. No disrespect. I mean it. You will eat and you will drink and you will enjoy yourself. But right now it's not safe. And a lot of this is post-pandemic.
Wow.
This is a lot of major cities and a lot of areas. People still have not recovered from the businesses that were lost and never came back. So they don't have the stability they had previously. And it's not just New Orleans. This is everywhere.
Yeah.
We got to be careful. Yeah. You're going to go places. You're going to, and Ted, I'm not going to lie to you. When I was in New York last year, previously New York, I felt the change. When I went last year, and you tell me if I'm wrong, New York felt like the 80s. As much as I was used to it, comfortable with it, but something about it is not safe right now.
Definitely.
It feels like the 80s, and I like it, but I remember how the 80s were, and this is a new generation of the 80s generation mentality, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree with you.
Everybody everywhere, y'all need to be careful with what's going on. And like I said, New Orleans is great. I enjoy myself down there, but when I saw this article and it popped up, I actually had to tell Lenny, I said, Lenny, you know what? You was right. Because they said it's bad down there right now. It is very bad. They literally tell you, stay safe, stay in a group, don't go here alone.
No.
And they mean it.
Yeah.
They mean it. I just want to throw that out there, man. I appreciate it. But I want to tell everybody everywhere, when y'all traveling, especially you ladies, don't go nowhere by yourselves no more.
Nope.
When you're taking your kids, y'all don't go by yourselves no more. Fellas, we can't let that happen to these women and these kids no more. Matter of fact, they jacking us too.
Yeah, I mean, even like a couple of years ago, my brother and my sister-in-law were telling me like they all went to New Orleans, just not even on Mardi Gras. They just went to New Orleans because to celebrate one of their birthdays. And my nephew got knocked out, and like they try to like take my nephew's girlfriend and all that other stuff. And luckily, like everybody else came out all right. But he's like he was drunk, and then apparently he just got blindsided.
You can't walk nowhere drunk.
No, you're easy pickings.
Yeah, don't be 100% in public and see what's going to happen to you.
Inebriated in the public?
Yeah, people, you go to a bar drunk, you walk back, stumbling, whatever.
Yeah.
Straight up. Throw that out there, man. I appreciate it.
There's a different mindset now.
Yeah.
That
story popped up today on Apple News. So y'all check it out. Y'all get a chance. A bunch of y'all got y'all alerts. Check that out. It was on Fox News. I know people got controversy about Fox, but I had been hearing about this for months. And I was like, nah. Now it's popping up on the news. Y'all be careful out there. Everybody. Seriously.
Yeah.
Now you're going to make me check and see when was the last time I was in New Orleans, because I just had the best time.
Well, for me, it was 2019. And if you wasn't there before the pandemic, we got to remember things changed. We all talked about it. Vegas shut down. NBA games stopped.
Yes.
I don't care if it's a hoax or not. They went pretty far with this one. And I know some of the stuff that I went through. I know some of the businesses that shut down. People was going with them PPP loans and the stimulus checks and all that. It was real.
Word.
It was real.
Like, word, folks getting arrested for them PPP loans.
Bruh.
No false PPP loans. Oh, my God. They are coming to collect.
Bruh.
Yo, it's ugly.
This 120, I'm going to be quiet.
Definitely is. All right. So, question of the evening, but it's not that question that you're thinking of. It's where do we find you fine gentlemen all through the week? Tone, we'll start with you. Wait, no. Tone, we're going to end with you.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes on that one.
Yes. Brian, we are going to start off with you, sir. Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Airtime, but I'll pop up.
No, we can't. Stop lying. Keep going.
Yeah, you're right. You can find me on Snapchat at Tylander_F150.
Got it.
Yeah,
Jojo, aka Mr. B, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, New Year Same B at Mr. B 1986. You can find me on OK Live through the weekends. Whenever there's fights going on, I'm there streaming so you can watch along and get some knowledge about the sports. Whether it's MMA, boxing, kickboxing, grappling. I do a show with Mike Copenhaver, Big Mike, Cope's Corner.
Big Mike, what's good? Cope's Corner, word up.
We out there 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I got a Pokecha account, but I need to get on my Pokecha more. But I'm usually on there when on Fridays I'm on there like around 11. I try to get on at 11 where Morning Combat is on with Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell.
Yes.
They do like the final runs for like the week stuff. So I watch and I chat about the information that's going on there. I'm gonna try to get on, but I'll get on tomorrow. But I gotta get on at least 2-3 times a week. But I know it's a hustle, so I gotta try to get it like every day though. So, cause somebody told me I need to go every day because I'm slacking and the hustle's real, so I need to do that. So I'm gonna definitely do that. That's it, man.
Got it. Thank you. Last but not least, Tony D.
Yeah.
Where can we find you? And
I'm gonna make it simple.
Creepy Leslie is saying Pokecha
is the bomb. Yeah. I'm gonna make it simple, everybody. You can find me on Linktree, Tony D. Original. Everybody is submitted up there. To hell with Ted for calling me out for the past 2 months to do this for the past 4. If you really want the rundown, you can find me on YouTube, Tony D7444. You can find me on Twitter, TONYTON163. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram, TONYTON72. You can find me on Pokecha, it's Tony D, POCOCHA. I like that app. It got introduced to us by our homegirl Takara, our Uno queen from Haps. And when we get on Pokecha, I call her my Uno Poco Queen Takara, the UPQT. What is it? Uno Poco? Yeah. UPQT, Uno Poco Queen Takara, because she put me on, she told me about it last August. I tried to put it out to everybody. Only 2 of us went up there. 3 others came afterwards. A bunch of them shall remain nameless, but I ain't mad at them.
What?
I have fun. It's cool. We can do some of the things we used to do on House over there. So to all my former House folks, I just gave y'all a hint. Bring your carcasses, because a lot of y'all ain't doing nothing else. We all struggle.
Is it PC friendly? No,
only a mobile device. No PC. I'm also on TikTok, TONYTON1973. Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm going to start doing more on TikTok. I'll probably have time to do some TikTok stuff this weekend. I actually did have a couple of good broadcasts. A lot of us who was on the former platform together did get together. People are looking for each other again. It's been 9.5 months. People are feeling the change. I'm going to go throw some names out there. Vader's asked about a couple people. Randy Horton's asked about a couple of people. Swift Beats is looking for a couple of people. We can all find each other. Let's get our grind back on. We had something going. A bunch of us had plans. I didn't give up. People are tired of me talking about it. You see what we're doing right here? Why aren't we doing more of this? Is my question.
Thank you, VP.
Yeah. What else? You can find me on Nonsense Podcast with Glick and Jeff Hawks. Saturday night's going to be a mess. I'm going to warn everybody now. If you're going to pop up, if you want to pop up, we're going to clear the air. Y'all come on if you want to. You know you can find me here, Late Night Parents, my man Ted. I appreciate him. I actually gave you a shout out on the last Black History celebration I did.
I'm scared to ask. I'm scared to ask.
Information, man. Brother Shannon gave all of y'all a shout out. You can find me on Sunday Night Smoke Podcast. Night spelled NITE, all one word. My man Ace World. Sunday, 7:30-ish. Depends on what he's got going on, but that's normally his plan. I do broadcast myself. I aim for Tuesday, Thursdays. I will be doing one tomorrow night. I'll probably do another one Sunday. The fantasy football broadcast. I've been quiet since the Super Bowl. I wanted to cover the XFL. I know Fireman Rich. Shout out to Fireman Rich.
Shout out to Fireman Rich.
Yeah, shout out to Fireman Rich. Y'all check him out. Morning Coffee on Twitch, 5:30 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. He also does Anchor Radio during the week. Check him out. We'll try to cover something this week, hopefully. If not, we may just have a random conversation just to get together because I haven't talked to him in a minute. He was under the weather. Who else? I have done a couple. I'm on Mixcloud. I've done a couple of broadcasts that you all will see that was on Twitter because my broadcast will go to Twitter now primarily, and you will see all the links to everything there. Did 2 Black History Month celebrations. Did a post Super Bowl show. I am on Poker Shop, like I said, so I'm up there with them. I'm on air time. Bunch of y'all ain't coming. I understand. Don't worry about it. Find me here if you're looking for me. Appreciate you, Ted.
Hey, I wanted to definitely say thank you to Sadie. Of course, Mike Patton, and definitely super shout out to Sweet Pea Leslie
Sweet
for
Pea.
hanging with us. Sweet Pea, we got to get you up on the panel on one of these Thursday nights.
Yep.
So we'll try to work it behind the scenes and figure out what works with your schedule. But usually Thursday nights, usually about 11 Eastern time. We're usually up here. Other than that,
shout out to Tim Conrad for the mental health hour. I meant to talk about him.
Yes.
Big up to Tim Conrad. Him and Gemma Thomas. They do their mental health hour every week on Wednesdays. Rick Costa.
Reverend Rick.
Yeah, doing his religious stuff. No disrespect. I ain't mad at him. Holding it down. I think 6-7 years consistently now. He hasn't missed a day. Big ups to him.
Big ups to him.
Shout out to all of us that used to broadcast together. We got work to do. Get back in touch with each other.
Yes. Shout out to Leggy Lady, who's always supports.
Yeah, shout out to Leggy Lady. Helen on the radio. Helen's Mixtape 365 Radio. She had a broadcast today. You all check her out. She does have something going. She does jukebox jury once a week. Check her out. She is creative. She does put something together. She also gives great advice. Mr. Anything anybody tell you, I'm gonna tell you myself. She's giving me great advice. You're like Ted. Both of them have gotten on me to do stuff. The link tree is their idea. It was their emphasis.
I tell you this much. I say it only out of love.
I know
because it's just like I just see you. It's not that you struggle with all the different social media handles. I'm just like, we just gotta want to make it slightly easier for people to just.
I gotta hear it from a New York accent and a Scottish accent. I heard it for months. I had to do it.
Slightly easier. But I think that's it. We went 90 plus minutes.
Yeah.
We like to do an hour, but as always, it's good because definitely in it whenever we can get Brian up here.
Word.
So it's always special.
It's gonna be tough because like I'm helping a friend clear out his house by the end of the month, and then next month with my job we're moving to one big super large warehouse, but we have 3 separate branches going to one. So
yeah, I got you grind down, bro.
The whole month of March, man, I'm gonna be like cross-eyed, not knowing my name, and just going with the flow.
Dude, you ran with us pretty good for a while, and as much as I give you crap, I understand the transition you're making. Just know that the door's open when you get a moment.
Yeah.
I'll be free this weekend if you ever want to shoot up here for about an hour or two.
Yeah.
So for anyone to understand what Brian is saying, it's not consolidation, it's centralization.
Yes.
So we just want to make sure let's keep it clear because people's like, oh my God, you're downsizing, you're this, you're that. No, it's right sizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
So apparently the information that was relayed to me, like pretty much like our warehouse is a length of a football field, maybe a tad bigger.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because back in January, I worked in San Antonio for the weekend, and I thought that warehouse was large, but they said no. The one that we're moving to is slightly larger than San Antonio's location. I'm like, that's a big ass warehouse.
Yeah. And like I said, we know what you got going on, man. You all right. Just let us know when you're free. You want to shoot up.
Man. I'm still cranking out, 45 to 50 hours a week.
Yeah. You got to sleep after that. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 and 60-hour work weeks will catch you. That day off, all you want to do is pop some meds and stay asleep.
Oh, man. Yeah. I took a shot at Z-Quil, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I woke up, and I thought I missed 3 days.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's how tired I was.
That's grizzly, yeah. Jesus.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out to whomever cut the deals for Bobby Bonilla. Because not only is he receiving a deferment from the Mets, he's also, starting in 2024, he's going to receive a deferment contract from the Orioles also. So here's a man who hasn't played baseball in close to 20 years.
I need a jersey. I need
I need a Bobby Bo jersey.
I need a Bobby Bo agent and a lawyer.
So whoever his agent is, whoever his attorney,
he read his contract harder than Roxanne Shante did.
But definitely, Brian, whenever you can be available,
let us know.
Man.
Will do.
Great thing about it is we speak offline. We talk about all of the various issues that we encounter. So it's not just something where it's just like, hey, let's just get on and just chat, and I won't speak with you guys for the next 2-3 weeks or whatever like that. So
we know he's working. And also, let me throw this out there. I know it's late. A few of y'all are subscribed on Vocal.
Yes.
Confirm your accounts.
Okay.
I just want to make sure, because I think Brian's up there. I think JoJo's up there. Ted, I know me and you and Bobby and Rich are up there.
Yeah.
But I scrolled through it one day. I saw a few of us I didn't know was there. And I don't know if we switched over to Vocal. We jumped on there one day for YouTube, and no problem.
Vocal, that's the one like iPhone users only?
No, that was a Heckle.
Oh, Heckle.
Yeah.
That was Heckle.
That was Heckle.
Yeah.
There's a Heckle, there's a Vocal, there's a this, there's a that.
Yeah.
There's a Vocal, Heckle, there's a Restream, there's a StreamYard, there's an Evmux, there's a Mix.
MySpace is still around.
Yeah. Who's on it?
Yeah, I think I still got that Tank Rolly fight on my Vocal account, I think.
Yeah, you got one because I followed you. So y'all see if y'all see me up there and let me know. I know Ted got to go. Appreciate you, man. This is dope.
Yeah.
Man.
Until we meet again.
Yes,
y'all,
indeed.
be easy.